Good afternoon, YouTube worldwide. Welcome back to my channel. First and foremost, I want to give thanks to the Most High for allowing everything possible and for allowing me to give you this content. All right, so I'm just going to give you a recap of week 7 of the 100 envelope savings challenge Roth IRA. Okay, usually I shoot my videos like about 2 or 3 days before Friday. I usually try to do it that way. And the chart, I always change it. So last week, when I did the video, which was Friday, and I said that we probably have like $175 and 40 something cents, I was wrong because when I checked my account, my Roth IRA, Friday, Thursday evening, I saw that we had $180.95, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so we are up $5.95 because, as you all know, in my savings challenge envelope, remember every week we put $25. So this past week, which was Friday, was week 7. So 7 times 25 is $175, in which I keep here. That I always tell y'all, I keep it in this pocket here that we have here. You want to make sure I don't have nothing in there. So we have $175, all right? We have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 50, 60. So this $20, there it is. See? All right. So we have 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 75. We have $175 in cash. 7 times 25 is 175. And the chart says that we have $180.95. So that means that we are up $5.95. And that's because I have 12 shares of Bank of Hong Kong and I have 1 share of ALPS series, okay? So that's 13 shares in total. But my goal is, see, with the Roth IRA, I could make my deposits every week, which is $25. I could make those deposits every week. I don't have to buy any shares. I could just keep it on the side, right? And it'll just be money that's there, plus the money that I have invested. All right. So the money that's there is 100 and something. I forgot how much it is, but I'm gonna keep making my deposits. I'm not buying any shares until I reach 600. I'm gonna say $650, right? Because I'm going to buy 1 share of VOO, which is Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, and that ETF costs right now, as of today, Sunday, that ETF costs $626 a share. So when I reach that, I'm gonna buy that, right? When I reach $626, it'll probably be 630 or probably 645 or 650. It'll probably be in that range by the time we reach that, and we should be reaching that goal by, I'm gonna say, July. So once we hit July, I am going to buy a share of VOO, which is Vanguard S&P 500. So every time from now on, I am going to buy shares of VOO, which is the Vanguard S&P 500. And what's the S&P 500? S&P 500 is the top 500 companies, I think, in the world, if I'm not mistaken. And that goes up on a yearly basis, average about 7%. All right. So I reached 2 milestones this year. I reached one already, and July I will reach the other one, right? I reached the 25 years, I shared it with you all, 25 years working at FedEx, all right? I've been there for 25 years. I accomplished that in January, and I will be 50 years old July, all right? So now the time is ticking, right? The time is ticking. I've been on this journey, on this savings journey for the last 6-7 years, right? Technically, I've been on this journey. You know what? 3 milestones this year. I reached the 25 years that I've been with FedEx. I will turn 50 in July, and mid-July, 10 years of home ownership. 10 years of being a landlord, 10 years of being a homeowner. That's a milestone. I will be celebrating that too. I already celebrated with my family my 25-year anniversary at FedEx. I will be celebrating. Well, my wife is treating me. She's taking me to a Caribbean island. I think I expressed that earlier in one of my videos, so you might want to go back to that. She's going to treat me. We're going to go somewhere in the Caribbean. And I will be celebrating with my family 10 years of home ownership. Me and my wife. All right, so where am I going with this video? Every year, we're supposed to have at least $1,300 because I save $25 every week, and I will be making my deposits every week into my Roth IRA. I have an IRA with Chase. I'm not gonna maximize it. I think the maximum is, if I'm not mistaken, is 6,000. I'm not really sure that you could put in your Roth IRA. All right, because that's a maximum that you could put in. You could put in a minimum, doesn't matter, but as long as you don't reach that maximum. So we are going to be saving $1,300 every year into the Roth IRA. So if we have more than $1,300, that means we are up. If we have less than that, that means that we are going to be down. All right, but the goal is for it to go up, and I'm going to do this for the next 13 years because my retirement, God willing, I already set my retirement date for me to retire. I will be, God willing, I'll retire in 12 years. All right, I'll retire in 12 years. I will be 62, God willing. That's my goal. I'm going to retire at the age of 62. All right, so 1,300 times 12 is 15,600. So in 12 years, just by saving $25 into the Roth IRA, it's just me having fun. It's just me showing people how, if you're disciplined and you're patient and you just saving $25 a week, that'll be $15,600 and I'm not going to take it out all at once either, right? I'm not taking it out all at once. I have a Roth IRA, right? I have my 401k, which is almost at half a. Okay, so I'm happy behind that because I started saving early. I started saving early. I started my 401k when I at work at FedEx. So I have 25 years of investments in my 401k, right? I have a small business. Everybody knows I have my small tax business, right? The goal for that tax business is to, when I retire from FedEx, I have enough clients, which I have now. I'm good with what I have. With what I have now, I'm good. And as long as I have 1 year of my salary, at the pace that I'm going, I think I'm gonna have 2 years of my yearly FedEx salary in cash in my business, right? I'm like super exceeding that. I'm gonna have more than that. That's my goal, right? And my salary that I save on a yearly basis at FedEx in cash, my yearly salary, right? So now we're talking about 2.5 in between both, right? That's the goal for me for when I retire, right? So I have wiggle room. I'm gonna have wiggle room. I'm gonna have wiggle room because now I could, dip into my, 401k, without any penalties, because I will be 62, God willing, and my Roth IRA, could help me with, with something. I'm not gonna take it all out. I could take out if I'm not mistaken, I could take out money, every month, minimum, or I could just leave it there and just continue to keep saving. I don't know, but I want to have options, right? You want to have options because, and it's good to start now, right? I started my journey I started my journey technically 10 years ago. That's when I started my journey. That's my my washer. I'm about to dry my clothes. But anyways, I started this journey 10 years ago, when me and my wife was saving money to buy, put down on this house, right? So it's very, very important to be intentional. You know, it's very, very important to be, to plan ahead, right? This is not an overnight thing. This is a journey we've been on for the past 10 years, right? Or more than that, because we was saving, to put money down on this house. So it was more than 10 years. But, it's very, very important to save and invest, friends and family. But the reason for this video was to, to tell you that we are up $5.95. I know you're probably saying, oh, wow, but it's just goes to show you, even if you was to invest $1,800, you'd be up more than $5. Because remember, the more money that you have, the more money that you earn, right? I hope I'm not confusing you. But anyways, saving and investing is a long-term thing, right? So, and I'm having fun with this, because I do this on a weekly basis. You also watch the videos every week, and I'm just excited that to see that we are up. We are up $5.95. It's probably not a lot of money to people. It's not, but it just goes to show you how, if you buy the right ETF, I guess. But anyways, like I said, my goal is to reach the $626 threshold, so that way I could buy a share of the Vanguard S&P 500. All right, friends and family, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting my channel. And God willing, I come back with week 8 of the 100 Envelope Savings Challenge, Roth IRA Challenge. All right, peace and love.